Hello coders, how are you? Hope you are all doing fine. First of all, thank you for your wonderful feedback on my previous video, HIV guidelines video. It really motivates me to do more videos. So, thank you for the comments. Coming to today's video is CPT video, integumentary system, excision and repair guidelines. In this video, we will see the guidelines part. Excision and repair is one of the important topics in the integumentary system. So in this video, we go through the guidelines of the excision and repair. So excision and repair, they seem complex, but if you know the guidelines properly and with the simple steps, so if you follow simple steps on how to select the code, then it will be very easy topic. By following some simple steps, you can choose the correct code. So in this video, we will go through what are those simple steps and what is the concept of excision and repair. So let's go to the video. First, skin lesion excision. So what do you mean by excision? Excision means removal. So skin lesion excision means surgical removal of skin lesion and the surrounding tissue called the margin. So these some skin lesions may be cancerous, some skin lesions may be malignant or pre-malignant, and they have to be removed from the body. So for that they will perform the excision procedure. So the excision procedure is performed on two types of skin lesions. One is a benign lesion, one is a malignant lesion. So these are the verbiages used for benign lesions: neoplasm, cicatricial, inflammatory, fibrous, congenital and cystic lesion. For all these lesions, they come under benign lesions. And coming to malignant lesions, there are three: basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma and melanoma. In CPT book, they gave these verbiages for benign lesion and malignant lesion. If in question they ask for cicatricial, then we have to select the code from the benign lesions topic. Next is the excess diameter. So while selecting the code, excess diameter plays an important role. So what is this excess diameter? The CPT codes are divided based on the excess diameter, based on the length of the excess diameter. So what do you mean by excess diameter? Excess diameter equals the length of the lesion at its longest point plus 2 times the narrowest margin. So excess diameter includes the lesion diameter and also the margin diameter. So this is the formula. Excess diameter is called lesion diameter plus 2 into margin diameter. Lesion is the what is the benign or malignant lesion. Margin diameter means the surrounding healthy tissue. So for safety purpose, the surgeon will remove the healthy tissue surrounding the lesion diameter. This healthy tissue is called as the margin. So excess diameter includes lesion diameter and margin diameter. So we will see one example. If the lesion measures 1 centimeter at its greatest and the surgeon removes a margin of 2 centimeter on all sides, the total excess diameter is 5 centimeters. How it became 5 centimeters? So first lesion diameter is 1 centimeter. Here 1 plus 2 into margin diameter is 2 centimeters. 2. 2 2s are 4 plus 1 5. So this is the excess diameter. So when we are selecting the code, we have to see the excess diameter given in the question. And depending upon the excess diameter only, we have to select the code. If margin diameter is given in mm, in some cases, in rare cases, they may give in mm. Margin diameter has to be converted into the centimeters. So for that we have to follow this formula. 10 mm is equal to 1 centimeter. Here 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm. So 1 mm is equal to 0.1 centimeter. If the lesion diameter is given in mm in question, you have to multiply that number with on both sides. If the lesion diameter is 2 mm, then we have to multiply with 2 on both sides. Then we will get the lesion diameter in centimeters. Here, for example, 2 mm is given in the question. We have to multiply on both sides with 2. 2 into 1 mm, 2 into 0.1 centimeters. Then it will be equal to 2 centimeter. 2 mm is equal to 0.2 centimeters. So we have to add this 0.2 centimeters in this formula and you will get the excess diameter to select the code. So this is the concept of excess diameter. So coming to code selection. So what are the parameters we have to know to select the code? First is the type of the lesion, whether it is a benign lesion or malignant lesion. In CPT book under excision, they gave only two types of lesion, benign lesion or malignant lesion. So in the question we have to see for what is the type of lesion and what is the anatomical location. After lesion, what is the anatomical location, whether it is arms, whether it is scalp, head, face. Then we have to select the code based on the excess diameter. What is the excess diameter? So these are the three parameters we have to know. So these are the three parameters we have to look in the question to select the code. So while reading the question, you underline what is the lesion, what is the anatomical location, and what is the excess diameter. If you underline or if you write beside the question what is the these three things, then it will be easy for you to select the code. It will be clear on what code you have to select. Next, guidelines. So what is the excision guidelines? Excision includes simple closure. So if the surgeon is performing an excision, obviously he has to close the lesion. If it is a simple closure, then there is no need to code for simple closure separately. It is included in the excision code only. If the surgeon is performing any other closure, that is intermediate closure or complex closure, then we have to give a second code for the closure technique. This is the first guideline. Second guideline, each lesion one code. So for every lesion we have to code separately. And the third one is if excision is performed with ATT. If excision is performed with adjacent tissue transfer ATT, then we should report only ATT. We should not report the excision code. So this is the third guideline in the excision part. So this is the parameters on how to select the code, and these are the guidelines. This is a very important guideline, that is simple closure is included in the excision code only. No need to code separately. Next is the repair. This repair is performed not only after excision of the lesion but also during traumas, during injuries, some fractures, whatever it is. So if repair is performed, and then we have to code from these repair codes. What do you mean by repair? Wound closure, how the surgeon will be performing the repair. Wound closure is done using sutures, staples or tissue adhesives. For example, to cyanoacrylate. In this repair, you have three closure techniques. One is simple closure, second one is intermediate closure, third one is complex closure. In this simple closure, simple or single layered closure. In this, the surgeon will perform a single layer closure of the skin. It is also known as superficial closure because it involves epidermis, dermis or subcutaneous tissue of the skin. Then it is called as simple closure. Coming to intermediate closure, it is called as layered closure of one or more of the deeper layers of subcutaneous tissue. Till subcutaneous tissue, it is called as simple closure. If we go deeper into the subcutaneous tissue, then it is called as intermediate closure. Or if surgeon is performing a single layer closure of heavily contaminated wounds. If wounds are having any contaminated particle like soil, glass particles, removal of particulate matter, which requires extensive cleaning, all these come under intermediate closure. Even though he is performing single layer, he has to do some extra work. That's why it is called as intermediate closure. And coming to third one, complex closure. Complex closure means when exposure to bone, tendon, cartilage or debridement of wound edges or extensive undermining. So if these are involving, then it comes under complex closure. And coming to the closure guidelines, what are the closure guidelines? If wound repair, first one is wound repair should be measured in centimeters only. If the wound is in oval shape or round shape or any shape, they have to measure in centimeters only. So in question they will give centimeters only. And second one is multiple wounds of the same anatomical group are added together. So multiple wounds of the same anatomical, in codes some anatomical regions are given in one code. For example, surgeon is performing a simple repair on arms and trunk. They both belong to the same anatomical group in the code. So for that we have to add the both repairs and select the code. This is the second guideline. Multiple wounds of the same anatomical group are added together. If it is if it is a same technique, either simple closure, intermediate closure, or complex closure. If both are having the same repair technique and belong to same anatomical group, then we have to add the centimeters and select the code. Third one is depending upon the complexity, we have to first code the complex repair, then intermediate repair with 59 modifier, then simple repair. So this is the hierarchy of coding the different repairs in the same question: complex, intermediate, and simple with 59 modifier. So this is the guidelines we have to follow for closure. So this is the difference between hands and arms. If they mention like repair on the wrist, then we have to select the code from the arms. These are the arms. From shoulder to wrist, it is called as arms. The fingers and palms are called hands. And what is the difference between legs and feet? So this is the leg part and this is the feet. If the excision is performed on thigh, then we have to select the code from leg. And coming to trunk, this part is called as trunk. So these are the guidelines we have to follow for selecting the code in excision and repair. So this video is about the guidelines, and please subscribe to my channel for further videos where I going to upload about the questions of the integumentary system. So thank you for watching my video.